Okay. Staring blankly at the car in front of me, trying not to be perplexed by the numbers and letters I read on the license plate. Was it not having glasses, or was it a lack of sober clarity? I had, as I had most days before, surrounded my body not with stuffed animals as I did when I was a child, but in a way that I thought would be more manly. Taking comfort from the empty bottles and empty cigarette cartons, fast food wrappers from a dozen different places I didn't even really like. Unbelievable, I thought. I went and did it again. My 3.5-pound brain still can't believe all the regrets. Malfunctioned errors performed by the flesh and blood wrapped bones which it employed. Should have looked at other applicants, I guess. Each bottle had a name, one as unique as the person I wish I was. I still felt alone. I've had headaches all my life, but this time, the sadness pulsing through the veins of my head hurt down deep into my bones. My fingers squeezed together as they impulsively gripped from the anxiety, while my hands melded tightly to the steering wheel. My ears thought they had heard a car crash in the distance, but perhaps that was just a foretelling of a dream I hoped for. Feeling the sweat from my palms like a splash in the ocean, I cradled the car like a newborn baby. Riptides of emotional boogeymen began to pull me back and forth and eventually under. So this was vertigo. As a kid, I went on 100 roller coasters 100 times over and then again once or twice. Never before in my life had I been this sick, and I had lived through COVID. My heart told me that my feelings are simply a loaded gun waiting to be fired. Every thought that I had wasn't real, wasn't even me. That was a lie. A lie told me my demons who disguised themselves as reverends, men of God, a God that told them to do so at all costs. I don't blame them, though. They had thought I was dying. In a way I was, but in another way I was already dead. But a death which takes place before birth. October 30th, 1997, I had been born. I was a human being indeed. I met all the credentials until I didn't have what it took to stay. It wasn't until August 26, 2023, when for the first time I was alive, I searched for help from a professional. Not really, but who even is a professional? Was told this time that my feelings were all bullshit. Not that they weren't real as the day, the night, the sun, moon, or stars. Rather, they were a reflection on that of neglect. Being shown every way to live and to die, every way except my own. My fears were real, but my thoughts were just a collection of algorithms from every other user except for my own profile on a platform I was forced to be on. I was a blip. A blip that the electrical grid in my brain had formed after just a simple malfunction. Throw her in neutral, I shouted. I'm done being the driver. I could hear the engine scream as the pedal hugged the WeatherTech floor mats. I could feel every blood cell pulse its way through my body to my heart. My lungs collapsed and a black cloud of thick smoke fumes exhaled out of the broken tailpipe. Suddenly I realized that I was still stopped at the light. Flickering back and forth, unable to decide whether to go or stop, I was in the same dilemma. Did I have time? Could I make it? I didn't need to go through to the other side, only about halfway, maybe more, maybe less. That would certainly take me to the other side. I took one deep breath, and for the first time had decided that my shitty Honda Civic deserves better than a death on Pacific.